Hold on to your hats, folks. We're about to dive headfirst into the Diddy drama rabbit hole. Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright are pulling back the curtain on Diddy's dark past, and let me tell you, it's a whole circus of crazy. According to Jaguar, Diddy's been bad news since way back, thanks to some allegedly sketchy behavior from his own mom. Yep, you heard me right. Mama Diddy's in the hot seat now. So, here's the scoop.
When the City College tragedy was going on and everything, and Diddy was on suicide watch, you know, Kirk Burroughs was like, yo, man, he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, he did what? And Kirk Burroughs said, yeah. I just thought because of what he was going through with the, you know, the tragedy, it was like, I was stuck on stupid for a minute, but he was like, yeah, I thought that he would grow out of it, or it was just because all the shit he was going through.
Moreover, Jaguar alleges that Diddy endured troubling experiences at the hands of his mother as a child. This twisted dynamic, they claim, set the stage for his tumultuous relationships with women. But it gets even stranger. Rumor has it that Diddy and his mother share an unnervingly close bond, where she allegedly helps him conceal his true nature and even encourages his mistreatment of women. It's a truly dysfunctional duo. And just when you think it couldn't get any crazier, Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, reveals another layer of madness. He claims that Diddy has mistreated his own mother. It sounds like something out of a horror movie.
When he slapped his own mother, I said, Kirk, let me tell you something. I said, Kirk, don't you remember when I told you when he cussed his mother out? And I think you was even that, Kirk. When we was getting in the limousine, he cussed his mother out. He told his mother to stay out of his mofo business. And I told him, man, you ever talk to your mother? You remember that situation? He said, yeah. I said, Kirk, why you didn't tell me then that he that he slapped his mother? Because if you would have told me to slap his mother, I'd have beat the shit out of him, Kirk. He was like, Gene, I thought he was, you got to realize he was just a kid, and I thought he was gonna grow out of it and all the stuff that he was going through. I said, my man, that's a bunch of bullshit.
But hold on to your hats, because here's the kicker. Rumors are swirling that Mama Diddy might have had a hand in leaking that infamous Cassie video to CNN. Talk about a plot twist that'll leave you scratching your head faster than a confused cat. So buckle up, folks, because this Diddy drama train is showing no signs of slowing down. We finally got some juicy details about Diddy's wild behavior and why he is the way he is. Seriously, he's been a hot mess. Diddy has been bending over backward trying to prove he's not the bad guy everyone thinks he is. But with these recent bombshells, even he can't hide from the truth anymore. Here's the scoop. Cassie, our bold queen, started this whole saga with her lawsuit back in November last year, and now she's bringing it to a close. She fearlessly stepped up and slapped Diddy with a lawsuit, spilling the tea on how he mistreated her throughout their entire 11-year relationship. Let's be real, at this point you can't even call it a relationship. It was more like she was stuck in a hostage situation. Cassie tried to escape the painful situation, but Diddy wouldn't let her go, keeping her under his control. Their love story began with a major red flag. She was just 19, while he was well into his 30s. To make matters worse, she was signed to his label, Bad Boy Records, meaning he was also her boss. This red flag turned into a glaring red banner. While age differences in relationships can sometimes work, this one was like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Cassie exposed everything in her lawsuit, detailing the extent of Diddy's mistreatment during their relationship. It was as if she was trapped in a twisted version of The Bachelor, but instead of roses, there were red flags everywhere. Imagine a court document spanning over 30 pages with a prominent trigger warning right on the front. If you've ever dealt with legal paperwork, you know how intense things can get. So the fact that Cassie's account of Diddy's behavior was deemed worthy of a trigger warning says a lot. The details she provided were shocking. The court document stated that Diddy mistreated Ventura in her own home after she tried to leave him. He frequently punched, beat, kicked, and stomped on her, causing bruises, burst lips, black eyes, and bleeding. He forced Cassie to engage in intimate acts with male workers, deriving pleasure from it and filming the encounters. He demanded that Cassie carry his firearm in her purse to make her uncomfortable and show how dangerous he was. He also introduced her to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance use and required her to obtain illicit prescriptions to satisfy his own addictions. The lawsuit also revealed that Diddy frequently mistreated her for minor reasons. For instance, while they were heading home after a party with Jay-Z, Combs repeatedly beat Ventura in an Escalade, including kicking and hitting her. He forced her out of the vehicle on Fifth Avenue in New York City. She eventually managed to hail a cab and get to her apartment in Manhattan. In another incident, Diddy became furious with her for trying to speak to a music producer in a nightclub in an effort to advance her career. His anger escalated, and when they left the club, Diddy beat Cassie, pushing her into a corner of the vehicle and stomping on her face. When the car arrived at Diddy's residence, Cassie tried to escape, but Diddy followed her and kicked her in the face again. She was bleeding profusely, and upon being taken into Diddy's home, began to vomit from the violent incident. Not only did Diddy mistreat Cassie, but he also took his control to an extreme level, attempting to dictate her every move. While acting as the ultimate control person, he was also playing a deceptive game, hiding his true nature from everyone. The mistreatment he inflicted was so severe that Cassie began experiencing memory problems. Despite this, he didn't stop. It was as if he was determined to be the villain in his own twisted soap opera with Cassie as his victim. The document stated on multiple occasions that Diddy had Cassie's personal medical records sent directly to his email address. For instance, when Cassie began experiencing memory loss, potentially due to excessive substance use or head injuries caused by Diddy's beatings as described below, her MRI results were sent directly to Diddy. Additionally, Diddy repeatedly arranged for his staff to drive Cassie to certain doctor's appointments. It turns out that Cassie wasn't the only leading lady who received poor treatment from Diddy. He has been exhibiting bad behavior consistently towards all of his exes. This includes not just his infidelities, though his reputation for playing the field is well known, but also instances of physical violence. For example, his first baby mama, Misa Hilton, also suffered from such treatment. Diddy was unleashing punches like he was vying for a spot in Fight Club, completely disregarding any spectators. There was even an instance where he exploded in public, targeting Misa. Shockingly, a former bodyguard revealed a vicious incident where Diddy went into full Hulk mode, leaving someone scrambling for cover under a car. His temper rivaled the heat of a summer jalapeno. Can you believe the sheer madness that must have unfolded for Misa to resort to hiding under a car? I mean, that's a whole new level of drama. And if you thought that was the peak of it, buckle up, because we're just scratching the surface. Let's delve into Diddy's elaborate scheme to disown his own son, Justin, all as a twisted retaliation against Misa. What kind of twisted game is he playing? He's throwing punches and cheating left and right, yet somehow painting himself as the victim.
That was big, Doc. That was big in so many ways, man. I was catching flack, talking about, I never heard of that before. I never heard that Puff ever put his hands on Misa. You just making shit up. If you saw it, you know why you ain't do nothing about it. I didn't see it. And I always say, Mighty, when I heard something, somebody, and these are the people who was saying it, I always say that. I don't try to claim everything. If I see it, I'm gonna tell you I saw it, if I want it to be known. But I said I heard he beat her so bad, she had to. Misa was a little thing then too, man. I mean, like, Misa was a little thing, beautiful little woman.
Give me a break. And then there's Kim Porter, bless her heart, 4 kids with this guy, and what does she get in return? Bruises. Lots and lots of bruises. Diddy wasn't holding back when it came to dishing out physical pain. I'm talking about broken noses during arguments. Yeah, you heard me right. In a tale spun back in 2005, whispers swirled about an event aboard Diddy Combs' yacht in Saint-Tropez, where tensions between him and his girlfriend Kim Porter allegedly boiled over, resulting in her sporting a broken nose. Combs reportedly summoned a plastic surgeon from Geneva to tend to Porter's injury. However, Porter's narrative diverges. She claims her facial mishap occurred from an accidental collision with a table. Enter the realm of rumor, where whispers grow wings. It's said that amidst this tumultuous affair, Combs purportedly subjected Kim to a degrading act, forcing her to lick Cassie's discarded tampon. Before delving deeper into this sordid saga, let's rewind for some necessary context. A messy love triangle starring Diddy, Cassie, and Kim. It's a plotline ripped from the pages of a melodramatic script, with Diddy juggling affections while keeping Cassie on the periphery of his relationship with Kim. Yet, amid the chaos, it's crucial to recognize Cassie as a true casualty, ensnared unwittingly in the whirlwind of Diddy's drama. She's a bystander, innocent in this tumult. As tensions escalated, Kim didn't merely acquiesce. Reports suggest she fiercely pushed back against Combs, revealing a side not seen before. But wait, there's more. Enter Gina Hewen, another of his girlfriends, who stepped forward with her own tale of mistreatment by Diddy. She disclosed that she had become pregnant by him twice, but each time he pressured her into terminating the pregnancies. Now brace yourselves, because the legal drama is about to unfold. Yes, you heard it right. There's more than one lawsuit in the pipeline. It's not just Cassie who's been enduring Diddy's questionable conduct. Let's rewind to the early 90s, before Diddy became the household name he is today. Back then, he was just an ordinary guy, but it seems his problematic behavior towards women dates back to his early days. Money didn't transform him into a villain. It appears he's been displaying troubling behavior since day one. Let's dive into the saga of Joy Dickerson Neal, the newest figure to emerge on the scene with some shocking allegations. She asserts that Diddy supposedly tampered with her drink and engaged in reprehensible behavior. It's a tale straight out of a thriller. In her legal filing, Joy recounts how Diddy persistently pursued her for a date despite her reservations. Aware of his dubious track record with women, she initially declined. However, against her better judgment, she relented. And that decision quickly led to a nightmarish turn of events, defying warning signs at every turn. The complaint claims that Combs deliberately incapacitated Neal Dickerson, rendering her unable to stand or walk. Allegedly, she left her drink unattended in his presence at a restaurant. Later, under purported pressure from Combs, she smoked from a blunt. They then proceeded to a music studio where, as stated in the suit, Dickerson Neal found herself unable to leave the car. Allegedly, Combs then transported her to his residence to help her, as per the filing. Even more disturbingly, she disclosed in the lawsuit that Combs recorded a mistreatment of her and distributed the video. Rumors swirled that mere days later, a close companion by the name of Devontae Swing, part of the renowned 90s R&B ensemble Jay-Z, confided in Joy about witnessing an explicit tape in the company of others. Allegedly, Swing harbored concerns that his group's record deal might be jeopardized if he spoke out against Combs. But wait, buckle up, because this roller coaster just took a hairpin turn. Brace yourselves, as not one, not two, but 6 women have stepped forward with stunning allegations against Diddy. Hold on to your seats, folks, because this revelation is a real shocker. Imagine this. Diddy supposedly gets this unfortunate woman and her friend excessively intoxicated, and then he and his accomplice, Aaron Hall, allegedly engage in deeply disturbing behavior. This victim, opting for anonymity under the pseudonym Jane Doe, spilled all the details, asserting that they all converged at an event organized by MCA Records. However, what was anticipated to be a lively evening of revelry transformed into a harrowing ordeal. According to her account, Aaron and Diddy exuded charm throughout the night, plying the women with drinks and continuing their affable demeanor. Subsequently, they extended an invitation for an after-party at Aaron's residence.
Diddy is on his 3rd strike. Diddy has been sued for rape by a 3rd woman who claimed he also choked her over fears that his then-girlfriend would find out. This lawsuit not only follows Cassie's lawsuit, which he did settle after a day, but also the lawsuit from Joy Dickerson Neal, who claimed that Diddy drugged her and then SA'd her while filming.
Reports state that while at Hall's flat, Jane Doe was pressured to have an intimate relationship with Combs and was offered additional alcohol. After Combs completed his business, Jane Doe reportedly lay in bed stunned and traumatized while attempting to get dressed. There is also another anonymous complainant who stated that Diddy and a group of his associates allegedly mistreated Jane Doe at his New York studio when she was just 17 years old. Hall is accused of storming into the room, pinning her down, and forcing her to have an intimate relationship with him. She stated that Diddy reportedly had former Bad Boy Records president Harve Pierre pick her up from Baltimore and fly her to New York in his private aircraft, where they allegedly influenced her, made her intoxicated, and then proceeded to scream. The court documents said, while at the studio, Miss Doe was mistreated by Diddy, the third as the assailant, and Mr. Pierre in that order. While Diddy was mistreating Doe, he complained that he could not get off unless she pinched his nipples as hard as she could. Diddy then watched on as third as the assailant, who Doe had not even realized had begun mistreatment. After the third assailant was finished, Pierre took his turn and then forced her to give him oral action, during which Doe was choking and struggling to breathe. The lawsuit also said when Pierre finished, he left Doe in the bathroom alone. Doe fell into the fetal position and lay on the floor. Her privates were in pain. Finally, after a period of time, Doe regained her bearings. However, she could barely stand up and had to be helped to walk out of the building and back into a car. She was taken back to an airport and flown back to Michigan. However, she has very limited recollection of her transport home and only remembers being in her car sometime early in the morning. Looks like we've found ourselves in quite the circus of chaos, with Diddy holding court at the center ring. He's practically a walking warning sign, constantly generating drama at a breakneck pace. What's more, he's not just dealing with 1 or 2 daughters, but a whopping 4. You'd think having such a female-centric life might mellow him out, but nope. He's still out there stirring up trouble like it's his main gig. But wait, there's more. Brace yourselves because there's a wild theory circulating, courtesy of none other than Jaguar Wright. Reportedly, Diddy has significant maternal concerns. Yes, you heard correctly. Allegedly, Diddy's mother engaged in questionable behavior in the past, and now her son is exhibiting some troublesome behavior as an adult. Let's backtrack to Diddy's initial foray into the music industry. Rumor has it that he faced adversity while working as an intern at Uptown Records, encountering challenges allegedly orchestrated by industry heavyweights Clive Davis and Andre Harrell. Imagine Diddy, a budding talent, navigating the corridors of power, only to confront a reality far removed from the glamorous facade. Word on the street is that Diddy might have found himself entangled in some questionable dealings with Andre, who was supposedly the mastermind behind the scenes during Diddy's ascent. If the grapevine is to be trusted, there's quite the convoluted tale of scandal involving Clive Davis, a heavyweight in the music industry. Imagine this. Clive Davis, a titan in the music biz, initially backs Andre Harrell, only to pivot and lend a hand to Diddy in setting up Bad Boy Records. Let's dissect this narrative to fully grasp its surreal nature. Andre, the seasoned professional, gets the axe, while Diddy, the fresh-faced intern, scores a golden ticket straight to the summit. But here's the kicker. Recall that colossal music event Diddy orchestrated, which tragically culminated in 9 deaths? Yeah, that debacle. So why in the world would Clive stand by Diddy after such a catastrophe? Well, according to the notorious Jaguar, Andre wasn't merely Clive's right-hand man. He was allegedly his boy toy. Jaguar Wright, the queen of scandal herself, is now divulging secrets and pointing fingers directly at Diddy's mother. Yes, you heard correctly. According to Jaguar, Mama Diddy allegedly wielded significant influence over her son right from the start, and not in a nurturing way. No, we're talking about some seriously shady business here. Jaguar asserts that Mama Diddy purportedly introduced her son to what we'll euphemistically call unconventional activities at a young age. You can imagine the nature of these activities. Allegedly, it was these early experiences that set Diddy on a path towards turmoil, molding him into the infamous figure we recognize today. If that wasn't sufficient to give you goosebumps, there's a circulating video featuring Diddy and his mom that has everyone buzzing. We're talking about some seriously eerie vibes here, folks. Wow, it seems like we've stepped right into the realm of bizarre family dynamics. I mean, who would have thought kissing your adult son on the lips and hitting up strip clubs together would be a thing? Talk about taking mother-son bonding to a whole new level. And then there's Diddy, proudly showcasing his mom's physique like it's the latest fashion craze. Matching outfits might be next on the agenda, and let's not even start on those white nails. Cassie spilled the tea on Diddy's peculiar preference during their parties. Now Jaguar and Deal are throwing shade, alleging he picked it up from his dear old mom. Of course, it's all just speculation, but it feels like we're trapped in a never-ending episode of Keeping Up with the Diddys. Just when you thought the situation couldn't become any stranger, Diddy has vehemently denied ever hitting Cassie or any other woman right from the start. It now appears that along with a laundry list of other alleged offenses, he's also been accused of dishonesty. Intriguingly, Cassie referenced this incident in her lawsuit. According to Gene Deal, Diddy's history of violence against women extends beyond his romantic partners, as he allegedly also laid hands on his own mother. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.